Welcome back to That's Life with John Carver. This is episode number 376. And I'm calling this episode Understanding Your Own Brain. I've been a student of people for many, many decades. That is, I try to figure out why some people, including me, do what they do. This journey has led me to a level of understanding that I did not know many years ago. It's puzzled me why some people become addicted to some habits and beliefs without any logical reason to remain in those situations. The human brain is very complex, but there is a piece of it that has really been explained to me in different ways. The pursuit of a goal triggers a massive dopamine flow to your brain that converts to adrenaline. Dopamine is a chemical neurotransmitter released by the hypothalamus in your brain. It acts as a chemical messenger between certain cells. A big part of dopamine is the pleasure and reward feeling that most of us feel from time to time. Scientists have discovered that dopamine is released when we are in pursuit of something versus when we achieve or receive something that we've been trying to acquire for some time. I'd like to repeat that one. That's a big one. Scientists have discovered that dopamine is released when we are in pursuit of something versus when we receive something that we've been trying to acquire for some time. Andrew Huberman, PhD, put it this way, quote, "It's clear dopamine is not about reward, but rather about motivation and drive and a willingness to persist in a given mode of action and thoughts. Thus, ask yourself," he says, where do you get your dopamine from? Is that serving to move you forward, keeping you stuck, regressing? End quote. In fact, if you pay attention to your own body, you will feel the dopamine as it almost pushes you to do what might not make much sense at the time. As an example, spending insane amounts of money on lottery tickets generates this euphoria, or dopamine, that a man or woman buying the lottery ticket just might have a winning ticket. A similar feeling happens in certain belief systems. When the expectation of some sort of a reward is tied to beliefs, the brain, via dopamine, bypasses logic, and the individual is almost like a drug addict, continues to pursue the beliefs because of the dopamine that translate to adrenaline that feeds the cycle to repeat sometimes forever. I know that's a mouthful. It's literally a mind game with yourself if you don't recognize it. Beware of those who manipulate your dopamine. In my own experiment with dopamine, I purposely pulled back from a specific pursuit to see what happens to my body. It was beyond amazing. I went through a type of withdrawal as my brain wanted me to continue some pursuit, even though I was highly unlikely that I was going to achieve the goal at the end of this particular pursuit. In an interesting way, this can be leveraged to help the mentally challenged to develop good habits. The challenge for many people is to have the strength to walk away from activities that, after listening to my words, they've discovered that they've allowed dopamine and adrenaline to dictate their behavior in unproductive ways. My name is John Carver. Thanks for watching.